So I've got a win to start with. And same person who has a question. So,
Brilliant.
hey, Lisa, do you want to actually just come on up?
Yeah, for sure.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey, yay. Cool.
Congrats on
Why
the
don't you
deck
share your
too.
win?
That looks good.
Say again. Sorry. What?
Share
Congrats
your
on the
win.
deck. Congrats on the deck you sent
Oh,
me. It looks
thank
good.
you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, that's for the feature we're developing, which is going to be a little delayed, but all good. But yeah, I had a short film that I produced and then the lead in, and it's 5 minutes, one take, short horror film, which is going to be super cool. And we got into a really big horror film festival, which is going to be really awesome. And it's not announced yet, so we'll just keep it mum until it's officially announced. But I want to my question is with that is that I want to monopolize on that and just kind of think about doing some kind of PR strategy. The film festival itself will have horror publications there, but of course, there's no guarantee that they'll attend the screening I'm at. I have a better chance because actually the director and cinematographer of my piece is also has their world premiere of their feature, and we're going to be in the same block. So I have a
Oh,
lot of opportunity to really and there's a lot of crossover on teams, and we're going to be continuing to work a lot in the future too together. So yeah, there's a lot there. And so I just kind of want some ideas of I've never done that part of it. And I feel like I
mhm,
probably missed
mhm.
out on other opportunities there to create buzz or just create
Yeah.
articles to share and other stuff like that yeah.
Um, what would you ideally like to get out of this short film? Like, it'd be really great if it helped me get more directing stuff, or got me an agent, or um, I want to go to as many festivals and see it on as many screens as possible because that's fun and exciting.
Yeah, more acting jobs. So being able to show their and yeah, connecting, in the same way of like we've been talking about before with reaching out to filmmakers individually and stuff like that to connect as an actor. Yeah, being able to just show my work, see as many people see it, get good reviews, build buzz in that way and make connections through them seeing it. Because eventually we're going to have a relatively, I guess, short festival run. I plan to be done with it by January, to then distribute on Alter. And we have connections there. So that's like we have that pathway laid out. So yeah.
Okay. So the thing about PR, there's a couple pieces here, and then I'll zero it in. So for everybody, PR for short films in festival situations is generally like John Fitzgerald and I will often get the question like, "Oh, should I hire a PR person?" Total waste of money for short films. Doesn't mean you can't take advantage of things, and I'll get to that. But I'm just talking broadly at this point, right? Total waste of time for short films, mostly because there's not enough of a consuming audience that person would be writing that review for and that PR piece for, right? Which brings me to the second thing, which is that generally speaking, if you're hiring even for a feature PR during a festival run, you're much more likely to get reviews uh, when the audience can see the thing. So doing it towards the end of your festival run, for a feature, and then if it's PR about like its success on the circuit, or that it's kind of like out and going out on the circuit when the audience can't actually go see it yet, especially if they're not geographically local to the thing. Um, it takes some effort kind of defining that narrative. And the best place to start are the press relationships that the festival has and is bringing to the table. So, per kind of DMM, I would start putting that list together, go start reading their articles, figure out who those people are, start getting to know them and engage with them if they're available to be engaged with in like the parasocial way. Responding to them on their social media posts, liking their stuff, commenting on their LinkedIn, become a known entity to these people who generally their job is to kind of remember names and faces and events and facts and shit. Then specific, and I think that applies kind of to everybody. And then sort of specific to the situation, the shared block is great. I would push really hard in some ways. What you have there is a larger asset to entice people. Going to a shorts block is different than going to a feature film that has a short connected to it, and you're able to sort of there's a little bit of like a little pop collar of that too, right? Like we're the selection to open up the premiere of the feature, right? So the language is actually much better for you, and I would just try to get butts in seats. So any sort of local film, cinema, same thing, but like whatever the weird alternative newspaper is local to that city. Every city's got them, right? Find out what their reviewers are doing, not just the NPR stations if they exist still, and the big city newspapers, right? Like, take the time to find the local publications, the local blogs, the people who would have boots on the ground, and get them there by leveraging the feature premiere and then your selection for that. And then the leverage for that as an actor is going to come from you having all those links on those press articles on IMDb, and then leveraging that in your LinkedIn profile, in your outreach, in your meetings, in your like you are going to be the one that really is the hype person for the success as well as the inclusion. The fact that you were included in these publications. The challenging thing about PR is that, again, it always goes back to, so I would save the PR then, if you're going to do any like deadline and that kind of stuff, for when you have a premiere date. Film Threat does reviews. I would do the paid one. That gets you on Rotten Tomatoes. Like Chris Gore over at Film Threat, go over there, like build towards the premiere and getting people to the premiere, and that's where I would put your hardcore PR money. For now, get people in the seats so that you've got things to pull from in your press releases. So you've got things to pull from and put on your website. Because they'll mention the short that started the feature, right? Does that help?
Yeah, totally.
I would add a couple things. I can't find it right now. I'm looking for an email list, but I'm not sure where I put it. I would flat out ask the festival. Festivals will share their PR contacts with you, right? So I just flat out ask them. And then also I don't know if they still do this, but a few years ago, South by Southwest, actually on their website, but it's kind of hidden, there's a place to download like all their PR contacts. It was like a crazy amount of emails. I have it buried somewhere. I'm not finding it in my Google Drive, but I don't know if they still have it. But, that's just sending a freaking email. You know what I mean? So anything that is like absolutely free like that, like I just kind of go into town. For the acting quadrant of that, I would invite every casting director you want to be on their radar. That's your bread and butter, for like stuff that's going to pay. Because I will tell you, going down the indie filmmaker circuit, sorry, y'all, as an actress, it's like a never-ending bad plan. I'll like flat out save you some time, right? Just because they never get their financing, you're always roped along, and it's just stupid. So good to be in the circle of producers. That's cool, you know what I mean? Or somebody who's really look like they have money and they're really going to get their thing financed. But for you, like casting directors, that was something that I wish that I would have done earlier because I thought, oh, wait, filmmakers are going to get it together and raise their money. You know, most people just never raise their cash. So for you, like having an opportunity, like send out some really thoughtful emails to some casting directors, you know, just like, hey, now I do know that casting directors are kind of a dying commodity over the next few years, but today, right, whenever you're screening, you know, wherever it goes, it's a nice thing. You know, they just need to see you active,
Yeah.
you know, see you active, so like being in that. And I would really concur with Justin too on the fact of like selling out that theater and a photo with you with a sold out theater along with invite, you know what I mean, in the post of like, hey, in case you missed it, awesome casting director coming, just wanted to keep you in the loop of how well it went. And you know what I mean? Whether or not it was for the feature is neither here nor there. You know, it was the same block. So, you know, those are the things that, you know, so understanding what people pay attention to on their side. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Oh, she's active, she's doing something, you know, like I know what people, you know, is paying attention to what people pay attention to. Um, There's another app too. Well, this is like more for, I don't know, people. Is the feature a horror as well?
Yeah.
So there's that great app called Slasher. A lot of people don't know about it. It's a horror fans app, and there's like 50,000 users on it. So that's a good place to like get attention
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
for
That's awesome.
fans. Mhm.
Yeah.
How fun. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, it's very exciting.
Yeah. It should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I mean, it's a larger one and we're both world premieres in the block, so I'm hopeful
Aw.
to get a lot of very cool things. So yeah.
Yay, keep us posted when you can talk about. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is it in an industry town? Is it in LA?